Welcome to those near and far. Welcome to Mage the Ascension as luck would have it. Hold on. Our game is set in 2019 in Montreal, Canada. Let's meet our mages this evening.
I'm Christina Poe, and I'll be playing Raena Tremblay.
I'm Lloyd Colman, otherwise known as AnnieGeek 5150, and I am Auron Pritchard.
I'm Alan Ludden, and I'll be playing John Staunton.
I'm Jayce Maxwell, and I'll be playing Max Toulon.
I'm Katarina Aubrecht, and I'll be playing Portia Levoy.
Recap. The Gerald Cabal split up. Auron got hit by a car and is in the hospital overnight to make sure there is no internal bleeding. Max is with him. Raena, Portia, and John went to rescue a kitsune from the Montreal Zoo. Kaneko was well fed and got in a nap. They were grateful and are currently invited to stay at the Chantry by Gladys Edge. Also, we had Raena's Seeking for Arete 4.
Yay!
Woo! Yeah! All right. So, I'm sorry, I'm really in love with these dice that Auron posted in the Discord. They're kind of amazing.
I know, right?
Dagnabbit. All right, so
They look like meat.
they do, which I love. Which I love. Okay, so it is November 30th, 2019, and it is morning at the Chantry. Did Max go eventually back to the Chantry, or did he stay all night at the hospital?
He stuck around at the hospital.
Okay. At the hospital, which I'll start there. The nurses checking all of his fluids and all of his healing and all of that.
All of his fluids?
Well, depending on how badly he hurt, it might be all of it.
Well, I mean, she did say that they were all ogling Auron when he was in the bed, so...
God damn it. Oh, we keep losing Portia. That's a shame. Okay. Boop. All right. All right. So at the hospital, the nurses are checking on his vitals. Everything seems fine. There are no broken bones. And it has been reinforced that there is no internal bleeding. So he is entitled to be released.
So 12 hours later...
Hospitals.
Oh, wait. I forgot. We're not in America. We're in Canada. So maybe 6 hours.
It may be 6 hours. Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on if he needs any at-home equipment.
He does not need at-home equipment. He is perfectly healthy. So Auron and Max exit the hospital, and there is a car out front with Jeeves holding up a sign that says Auron.
Or you have PTSD, run away.
Auron will look up at Jayce like, wasn't expecting curbside delivery.
Well, I have been informed to deliver you to the chantry, so I'm gonna do that. So he opens the door for you.
Does he let me get in?
Yes, yes, of course he does. Jeeves out here doing the absolute most. Absolutely. So you show up to the chantry, but you notice there's no coffee out in the lobby. That's the first thing you notice. Jeeves is like, let me check on that. He disappears into one of the back rooms. Okay, let me go around the room and we'll check on everybody. Raena, you realize that your door is cracked.
I say, hello?
There's no answer.
Typically what the scared person in horror movies does. I probably push my door open a little more. Just because.
Cosmo kind of like forces his way out the door.
What were you doing in there? And when I open... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to ask, when I open my door, do I notice anything immediately, like, off about my room?
You know what? Roll dexterity and athletics. Difficulty 7.
Oh.
That should have worked.
Yes, it should have. Let's do it a little slower.
Maybe it's lag. Maybe there's a bit of lag.
No.
There it goes.
Nice roll.
Nice roll. 3 successes. You managed to stay on your feet, but it is super slippery right at your threshold.
Sorry, I got excited. Giggity.
I was gonna. Have you heard the word slippery? Slippery how? Like if I step on it, it'll take me?
If you step on it, you will likely fall on your ass.
Okay. So I will try not to step on it because falling's not my favorite. But I will just take a. I will try to step over it, very big-legged, even though I don't have very big legs.
Now that you know that the grease spot is there, you can easily step over it.
I will do that. Oh my gosh. I will and see what's going on in my room.
Okay. Auron.
Yes.
Your 2 cats who are sleeping on your bed, they have been dyed yellow and they look like Pikachu.
He'll kind of look, turn around, and go to walk out of the room. Portia, are you trying to play a prank?
Dexterity.
Having what?
Athletics, difficulty 7.
Dexterity, what else?
Athletics. As soon as you open that door. You manage to stay on your feet, but that grease spot is there.
He'll cock his head and say, "The fuck," and he'll crouch down and try to bring some of the grease up off the floor with his finger.
It comes up. It is canola oil, maybe? Some kind of cooking oil.
Kind of looks around the hallway area where he's at. Who the hell is trying to play a prank? And he'll step over the spot to walk into his room.
Okay. To walk back into your room, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he'll walk over to the cat.
The door was open. You never closed the door behind you, right?
When from just now, no, I just walked back in.
Okay.
But he'll walk over to his cat, start petting him like,
Purr.
what? I wish you two could talk because I would like to know who did this to you.
Purr. And John.
I've got my laptop at the kitchen table. If there was no coffee, I'll have 2 or 3 empty energy drink cans.
Okay.
Wondering from my knowledge of magic and the research I'm doing right this instant, if I was to learn the genome and other factors about a life form, could I deduce its pattern from that?
I'm going to say research is a thing, right?
Yeah.
So research and wits, I'm going to say, instead of intelligence. Difficulty 6.
Oh, good.
Lagging, yeah. I wonder if I can reboot it.
That one, I think it's because he forgot the space between the MM and the 4.
Oh, he did, yeah. Nice, okay. So the answer is yes.
Okay, I'm going to download the genome and information on Ebola.
Okay. You go to use the internet, and it's not working. It says you have a full signal, but there's no actual connection.
Okay, who in the Chantry would be responsible for this?
You suspect maybe Jeeves?
Okay, well, then I'll just go unplug the router and the modem and plug them in the correct order, which the character knows, but the player does not. Try.
So at the node, which has been disguised as an internet cubby, you unplug it and replug it in, and it doesn't seem to change anything. Your reception is garbage. A notification comes up on your computer that says, here's the network. What's the password?
Hey, does anybody have the network password?
B524712. I text back.
Thank you.
Raena
Well,
yells, "No!"
All right, well, thank you back and put that in.
Doesn't work.
Okay. Text to the group. Not getting any internet in here. And I will go out and look for the nearest internet cafe.
Okay. You exit the chantry. Is there anything that you're taking with you?
A computer, cell phone, a pistol, pocket knife, boots, coat, mittens.
Okay. I love our private chat. It's so amusing. All right, you make it to an internet cafe and you load the data and you find what you're looking for.
Okay, so I will download that and the associated medications and all that stuff and start learning it so that I can start making it.
Okay. Max. Actually, I'll go to Portia first and then to Max. I think so. So, Portia.
Mm-hmm. I am here.
You look for your Winky cookies because you put them in your plate every morning.
Right.
Right. You
Yes.
see crumbs, but you do not see cookies. You swore you made them last night. You swore you made
so I
some.
start looking everywhere. I go into my fridge that extends on for forever. I like pull everything. I look through my current purse. I find like a quarter of a cookie. I shove that in my face because fuck it. And then I continue the search, tearing up my room because I mean it's got to be here somewhere, right? So like.
You tear apart your room. Go ahead and roll investigation, perception, difficulty 7.
Investigation, perception. I have to pull up my stats. Right, D&D. New note, investigation. Why are they so hard to find? Okay, so. All right, I got it. So 6. Okay. What's difficulty?
7. Ooh.
Are you kidding me?
You find nothing.
This is horrible.
Other than those couple of crumbs that were on your counter?
I probably will continue to search unless somebody interrupts me and lets me know it's kind of futile. Or until I have to pee or I decide I need coffee.
Okay, so if you decide you need coffee and you go to leave the room, roll me dexterity, athletics, difficulty 7.
Okay. Dexterity. Oh, of course, this one I get a success.
You managed to stay on your feet, but holy crap, there is a slippery spot right on your threshold.
What the absolute devil?
Now to Max.
All right, to regain my balance and continue onward. Do I run into anybody along my way?
Let's find out.
Okay.
Max.
Yes.
You wake up and everything's great.
Oh, are we another morning forward?
Have you are in the lobby currently.
Okay.
There is no coffee. There is breakfast, but there is no coffee.
No, I was asking for another morning forward because I believe I slept at the hospital.
Yes, you did.
Okay. Yeah, so I see there's no coffee, and I was up most of the night. So I take my backpack that I had with me, and I start trudging toward my room to maybe get a small nap.
You make it to your room, and you bump into Portia. And let me send a message to... Portia bumps into you, and...
Ah! What the heck? Where'd you come from?
Hmm? Where'd I come from? I came from the lobby. And Max is
well, I'm glad you're out of the hospital.
Super tired looking.
I'm very glad you're out of the hospital.
Well,
I'm going to go find some coffee.
I wasn't the patient, though.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm glad the patient's out of the hospital, but you look a mess. We should both go grab some. I'm sorry about that. Coffee. I'm just losing all my marbles.
I would rather catch up on some sleeps and have some coffee if it's all the same.
Go for it, man. Go for it. Feel better?
Oh, yeah. I'm just need to sleep.
Fair enough.
You make it to your room, and your room is untouched.
Just like me.
Womp womp.
Lies.
Excellent. All right. Raena.
Sorry, I was typing in the private chat. I haven't been touched like that since Horizon.
Waka waka.
Touched
All right.
by an angel, and the Miguel, and the Jose. And
Sounds like an interesting evening. Okay. Yeah. Storyline. I am in my bedroom. And probably cleaned up whatever was on my floor.
Okay.
Um,
It's oil. It's a pain in the ass, but you can clean it up.
I got Dawn dish soap. If it's good for baby ducks, it's good for me.
Yes. Excellent. Okay, so you clean it up. Cosmo is running around the house. The hotel, rather.
I will just kind of look at him like, you silly dog. And then I'll ask him, are you chasing something? You're just full of energy.
So full of energy. And looking beautiful. Like show dog quality beauty coming out of Cosmo. He is... His coat is super shiny. His eyes are like almost glowing. They're particularly bright today.
Sorry. I tell him he's beautiful, and I ask him if he's taking his vitamins. Is that because I'm still not sure if that was real or not. Like, I'm still trying to process.
He leans against you and wagging his tail and tongue lolling out of his face, and he wants love.
I will love him and be like, that was real, wasn't it? Oh, okay. Well, I have some internal work to do because I just let that bunny die. But you got something out of it, so I guess it's not too bad. But I will change my clothes and probably head down to get some breakfast.
Okay. You come downstairs. You notice there's no coffee, but there is food to be had.
I will definitely have some food. That's such a bummer. Today is the first day I was actually looking forward to some coffee.
I know you were. Yeah.
Isn't that how it just goes? Sometimes.
Isn't that the way of things?
Yeah,
Everybody notices that the internet no longer works.
I'm sorry, I was reading the private chat and I didn't miss anything you said.
Everybody notices that the internet doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Rabba, rabba, rabba. My internet, rabba, rabba. Eat the bacon.
Auron would probably come out of his room and walk down to Jeeves's room/office and knocks on the door.
There is no answer.
Odd. And he knocks again.
The door opens and there is Jeeves.
Hey, Jeeves. Do you know of any reason why the internet's out? No.
You know anything about my cleaning supplies?
No. I do know that somebody put like some kind of vegetable oil on my what's the word again that you used?
Threshold.
On my threshold by my door.
That's peculiar.
Yes, seems like somebody's playing a really sick prank.
It seems.
Also, my cat's got dyed to look like Pikachu.
We did have a guest last night.
Who was the guest?
Oh, that's right. You were in the hospital. A kitsune was brought to the chantry for safekeeping.
Well, then
they were rescued from the zoo.
Oh, right. What Alan said he was going to go help some fox.
That is indeed what happened.
And he kind of pinches the bridge of his nose. That's probably our prankster then.
Yeah. Cleaning supplies, that's code for drugs. Yeah, for sure. All right, so I'm going to assume everybody comes down to the lobby to convene.
Let's all go to the lobby. Yep.
Okay. So scene's on you. There is food, but no coffee.
No, there's no coffee. I go to look for coffee and see if I can find any vestiges of beans. Do I find anything?
Where are you looking?
All over in the kitchen area where the stuff is normally stored.
Mm-hmm. Where, well, it occurs to you that you have no idea where they usually keep the coffee.
Okay, well, I just start opening cabinets and all over the place, just everywhere. I'm just
In the
opening.
kitchen?
Yep,
I
just
assume?
opening.
Well,
closing as
you
many things in
are
the kitchen.
shooed. You are shooed from the kitchen because they are still making breakfast.
I'm sorry, but the coffee, it's gone. There's no. Never mind. Do I find
There's
tea?
no coffee.
Do I find tea?
There's tea. There is tea.
All right. Well, I make
We'll
double
bring you some
strong.
tea. We'll bring you some.
Oh, thank you so
double
much.
strong
I'm
tea.
sorry. Thank you so much. Sorry. Trying to help.
And you are shoved out of the kitchen.
Okay. Unceremoniously, apparently. Nobody wants my help, and the coffee is gone. It's gone. I dramatically fall into a chair.
Does John come back to the chantry?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I guess just to make it easy on the storyteller, Max will shuffle to the lobby and be like, "My podcast isn't playing. Where's the Wi-Fi?"
Hey, I texted everybody a while ago that the Wi-Fi was out.
Oh, I've been trying to sleep, but as soon as the first podcast I was listening to ended, I didn't have reception to get another one.
There's an internet cafe just down the road.
They won't let me sleep there.
Well, it's not the router and it's not the modem. So what's the next step to check? Call the company?
Well, what nobody knows it except for us may just know that this building's here.
So do we call a virtual adept?
Maybe we would have to discuss this with the professor because it's technically, in a sense, her building, so she'd be the one to have to call them.
You notice Gladys hasn't come out yet. She eventually comes out. Here, I'll unmute you. Boop. Okay. She comes out looking very nice and says, "No coffee." And she's got in her hand like a little figurine made of fox fur, of a fox that is curled up sleeping, and says, "This was left on my desk this morning."
Yeah, I think I've just heard about the kitsune from the others. I think that Fox is a little bit of a prankster. Because when I went to go into my room, there was some kind of cooking oil all over my threshold, and my cats were dyed to look like Pikachu. And he looks around to the group. Did anybody else have anything weird with their room?
I didn't notice anything when I came out of mine, but I'm going to go look now. And I will go look.
You were warned about the threshold, so you opened the door and you immediately spot the grease spot that is on your floor.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
However, your bag o' tricks is not where you left it.
look around the room for it.
Perception, investigation, difficulty 7.
Okay.
Nice. You find fox fur and a claw.
Okay, I will gather these items. And I will come back. Oh, I'll set some bacteria to eating the grease.
Okay.
Come back out, and anybody know where that little rat dog is?
What? Who rat dog?
The one with the red hair.
The
The only
fox?
the only
Or
thing
the dog?
The only thing I know is that Jeep said that it stayed here last night.
Yeah. Did we get his name last night? Anybody?
John would probably remember that the name was Conical.
Conical.
Mhm.
Okay. Nice, firm voice. You know, not anything threatening or anything. Conical, could you come here, please?
If Raena is in her room, Raena. Okay, Raena is currently occupado. Technically speaking, there is a so the fox comes through the portal into Raina's room, kind of frantic, and tears out of the room.
Okay.
I will just yell, "What, were you born in a barn?" Oh, I should have said born in a zoo. Dang.
Aw, damn.
Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity. So the fox is tearing through the hallways and zooms into Edge's room.
Okay. I will go to Edge's door and knock. Are you still in here?
Nobody's here.
Okay, could you come out? We need to have a little talk.
No.
I have cherries.
Oh.
Nice, big, sweet ones.
If the door is opened, the fox will come out.
Okay. Come over to the table with me, please. And I'll go into the fridge and get my little quart of cherries and hand them over.
Okay.
And now you took something out of my room. It was a bag. I'll show him the badge, you know, that shield shape that I put up before. I'll show him the one on my poster. It was a bag that had this image on it. Do you remember that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, let me tell you the problem with pranking an American citizen. American citizens can breathe. No, I'm American. Canadian citizens. Wow. American citizens cannot breathe unless they have a firearm. So it's not a good idea to annoy us. Could I please have my bag back, please?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you the one that put grease on the floor?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What can I roll to discern whether or not it's telling the truth?
Empathy perception.
Okay, difficulty.
And it's a fox, so difficulty 8.
Okay, and then I'm going to spend a willpower to keep it from botching.
Okay. Flat fail.
I think I would also like to make that roll.
Okay.
Let's see. Perception. Where? Oh, there you are. And empathy. So I have 6 dice there.
Waiting on the roll, doing a little dance.
It's being weird.
Make a little. Get a fox tonight? No, not really. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Wait, what?
What smoke?
There it goes.
3 successes. Max is kind of getting the idea that the fox is probably lying.
I am going to do just right now an empathy and maybe stamina to see if Max has the patience, being so tired.
Willpower.
Willpower, just a willpower.
Willpower roll. Yep.
Or whether he just says, "No, you're fucking lying."
Willpower roll. Yeah.
Okay, 5 dice.
Difficulty 7 because he's tired.
Nope. He's like, Fox is lying.
The fox says, "I don't know what you're talking about."
All right. Look, you're a guest and hopefully a friend, and I don't want to accuse you if you didn't do it. Did you see or notice anyone or anything extra here? You guys are pretty witty.
Well, the cherries are nice to get me to sit, right? But what do I get for revealing my secrets?
Auron will give the
You'll
fox
get broken out of.
I'm sorry, Auron will give what?
Auron's going to give the fox a very overly stern look.
Kind of shrinks from your gaze.
There's going to be no deals getting made. Something was done to my door. Something was done to my cats. You're the only one here that's not usually here. So spill it.
You can't pin this on me, Kappa.
I didn't do it, see?
I'll tell you what. If you tell us the complete truth, we'll break you out of a zoo.
And then
Did we follow or? Sorry. Katarina.
I'm sorry. What are you trying to say, Portia?
I was wondering if we had followed them to the chase, or I don't know. Are we lagging behind?
It is up to you as to whether or not you follow John. They're currently sitting in the breakfast area.
Well, I guess I'm sitting there as well, listening.
So there is a fox that is sitting across from John eating a bowl of cherries.
So wait, you're telling me that this little monster that we managed to bring out also went through and terrorized our rooms? Come on, man. That's not hospitable. What the heck?
Well, let's look at it logically, okay? Foxes are extremely intelligent, which means when there's not a lot going on, they get very bored. I mean, just the normal ones know things like if they've got fleas, pick up a piece of bark and back into cold water, all the fleas go on the bark and then you let it go downstream. These things are smart, so they get bored and they play tricks because they're bored.
Could have given you a book, dude, or an iPad. You're gonna get bored. I mean, like, there's some games here. I don't know.
Games? I like games.
Portia.
What?
Where's it gonna get opposable thumbs to be able to play said games?
Hey, have you seen cats? They play those games on the iPad with the little fish.
The fox
Here, let me
raises
show
his
you.
paw and sprouts a thumb.
Let's remember he's awakened.
Here. And I show the fish game that they then and hand it to him and see if he likes the fish game.
Ooh, fish game.
Yeah, the one where you catch the little fish that are like in the big koi pond of the iPad. See?
Bat, 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 bat. He is thoroughly distracted by the game.
Anybody have mind?
Would you mind, please, telling us where the coffee is? Please, little
Oh, the
guy.
coffee?
Yeah.
Maybe you should ask Raena.
Okay. Sure. And I leave him to play the game while I go find Raena. Raena, coffee. Do you know where the coffee is? Knock, knock, knock.
I open my door and I say, no. I was hoping you would.
Damn it. That little monster's fooled me again. Apparently the fox has been playing tricks on us. We rescued him and everything. I don't know. I gave him an iPad. He's occupied for now. I'm not sure how long that's going to last.
That.
Okay. I think that if he doesn't give us our stuff back soon, we should just take him back to the zoo.
No, we will not. I scream.
Portia
Okay.
or will put his hand up to Portia. No, we will.
Okay.
And I would also like my cats to get turned back to normal.
Oh.
What do you do to your cats?
That's called a bath, guys.
Dude,
Let's go. We give him a bath. Well, I mean, I won't. But.
You're lucky that Fang didn't get her teeth into you.
Yeah, lucky.
Hey, you're lucky I'm not angry yet.
Well, I guess you can come with me.
All right.
And he leaves the iPad on the table and he hops down from the seat and he walks back up the stairs, back up to Raina's room.
I'll follow him.
And
but I won't. I'll stand at the door to Raina's room unless I get permission to go in.
Oh, it's open. You guys can come on in.
Okay. I will go in and watch the fox.
So what does the fox say?
The fox basically yip, 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 yip. So the fox basically leads you to a corner of Raina's house. And in one of the cupboards is the coffee, the cleaning supplies, the bag.
What are you, a ferret?
Auron's gonna go looking around for the puka and see if there's anything been done to them.
You
Okay,
step
thank
outside.
you. I pat the fox on the head.
Pat, pat.
How tall is the fox in this form?
In this form, maybe 2 feet tall, but like 4 feet long.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to get down on my knee so that my eyes are as close to the level as his as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And your pranks were very funny. We all appreciated them. And you are a really good friend to have. Give him a little.
Auron calls from the other room when he hears this. I wasn't appreciative of it.
Yes, you were.
We all were, weren't we, guys?
I'm just hugging the coffee and sort of rocking back and forth a little bit before I go to start making it.
You notice the coffee bag is open.
Oh, no.
Plays a thing or two.
Has it got droppings in it or something?
There are no droppings in it. Not that you can tell anyway. But the bag has been basically chewed open.
Depending on the type of coffee, it might actually be droppings.
Oh, well, yeah. I cut away the chewed part of the bag and dump it into like a mason jar Raena has around, and then
Raena has a collection of jars, for sure.
Yeah, there's got to be something.
Pickle juice.
Yeah.
Dump the. I'm instantly defensive. I might not have processed that properly, but I'm getting defensive. Do not mind. I will be so upset.
I'm not dumping anything. I'm just finding an empty one. The coffee must be saved.
Raena takes a deep breath and is like, "Okay, sorry. I'm not normally like that. Just not with my pickle juice. Okay."
Yeah.
We're all a little rattled.
Raena collects jars and bottles and things like that. And usually there is a purpose for said container. So she's like, okay.
You can have this one. Just make sure to
thank you.
Clean it when you're done.
Of course.
The coffee is in the ground.
I will scan with life to see if there's like clumps of bacteria in there.
Smart.
Okay. I'm assuming you're using your eyes. Is there any kind of apparatus that you are using?
Yeah, I'll take my otoscope out of my bag and look through that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Let's see. Perception awareness. Difficulty 6. Okay. And then however many successes you get from that, we will subtract from your arete roll. Or subtract from your arete roll difficulty. Excuse me.
Yeah, big difference there.
Yeah, big difference. 5 successes! Holy cannoli.
Sheesh.
What a time to get a great roll.
So, difficulty 2 on your arete roll. Nice. There is bacteria.
Okay, and it's clumps that would suggest poop, right?
Not poop, but spit.
Yeah, he did tear it open with his teeth. Damn it.
Okay, I'll
Is
use
it
a
on the top
spoon.
layer? Okay.
Yeah, I'll use a spoon and just scoop out those areas.
Okay.
Yay, you saved the day. Or the morning. Or the caffeine. All of it. Yes.
You know what's really fun is drinking 3 energy drinks before breakfast.
Well, that explains your enthusiasm.
Sarah comes in. She slams the back door. Holy shit.
You
What's
okay?
wrong?
The children got into something, and they are on speed or something.
Oh,
If you can think of children
What? Do you
times
know what?
10, that seems to be happening.
Portia starts visibly shaking at the remembrance of being alone with these kids and then the thought of them times 10.
PTSD from childcare.
Exactly.
Raena immediately starts to think of any herbs she might have to maybe
Calms them down.
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit of melatonin.
Lavender,
Um,
chamomile.
I
Indeed.
think like a poison, not like antidote kind of thing, but sort of like a something that'll pull that out of their systems if that's possible.
Did they
There
get
are
into the
definitely
coffee?
herbs that will detox them.
Okay, I would like to make them some tea or
Do
cupcake.
you have craft?
I believe so. Yes, my craft specialty is herbalism.
Perfect. Then your 10s count double. And go ahead and roll craft plus manipulation, difficulty 6.
Can I use quintessence on this roll?
Unfortunately, it doesn't work like it did in the dream.
Mm.
You can use willpower to ensure that you don't fail.
I would like to do that.
Okay. Spend a willpower and go ahead and roll. 3 successes. Any 10s in there?
No, 977.
Ah, so close. Okay. Yeah. You make the tea, and you even put in sugar and cream and make it as tasty as you possibly can. And you now have this delicious tea that is in a pot.
Okay, I'm going to... I don't know if I have enough cups for all these kids. Can
We
we
can
steal...
put out dishes just like they did with the little rabbits in Peter Rabbit.
Oh, that's true. I could do little dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Are they in rabbit form at the moment, or are they in child form?
Sarah says they are in puka form at the moment.
Okay, then I will do the dishes thing. They definitely have enough saucers.
Huzzah!
And I'll set them all out. I'll ask for everybody's help if they want to help, because that's a lot of puka.
As you're
I help.
right on, as you all are putting out the dishes, the children are running amok. They are like fucking with the bushes. They are fucking with the trees. They're running amok. And suddenly that black wolf that you recognize comes bursting out of the woods and growls at the children. The children run screaming.
I will.
And they run towards you and the plates.
I will hand the teapot to probably Portia, and I will step out onto my porch and like put my
take it.
Like, hey, whoa, we're here, stop. And
they scramble. And this is the first time you've seen them in human form since you rescued them. So they have fluffy tails, they have the ears, but they're children. More boys than girls.
Okay, I'm imagining a bunch of little children with tiny little bunny fluffy tails, and it's so cute when they run. They're just like, oh, look at these tiny people. Just running with tails. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm sorry. I will try to stay standing when they rush past me.
Dexterity athletics, difficulty 6. Because they basically bowl you over. You manage to stay on your feet, but they almost knock you down. They are rushing towards the plates, and they look kind of disappointed.
I'm like, sorry about it, but I'm more focused on the wolf and letting him know, like, kind of what's going on.
I'm sorry, who are you talking to?
Oh, I was just saying sorry about it to the puka. They look disappointed, but I'm more focused on the wolf in the distance.
The wolf kind of turns around and goes back into the woods.
Oh, okay, all right. I yell sorry, and then turn around and help with the tea. Then I explain to them what it is, because I'm not going to just give them something and not tell them what it is, because, you know, children.
Because children. King style.
I turn to the fox. What you gave to the children, is it safe?
I didn't give them anything.
What's that lie check?
I'm just going to give it to you. He doesn't seem to be lying this time.
Mm.
You know what's going on with them?
Could the node infect them, or maybe some other wizardry?
John would put together that the saliva that he caught in the coffee was rabbit saliva.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I'll let everyone know.
The simplest explanation, I guess.
So he did do it, just indirectly.
I want to do just a quick check on the coffee. Nothing to do with what's going on now. Just out of curiosity, I want to do a prime check and see if the task gets added to, like, the beans and grounds, or if it's something they do afterwards.
You look with prime, they are totally unmagical grounds.
Okay. So it's something they do in the brewing.
They do in the brewing, yep.
Good to know. I'll pass this along if people really care about that information.
So would they still be affected? It might just be the coffee that's affecting them, right?
Probably. I can't. You left out coffee, little fox, and the bunnies got it, the puka got it. Oh, the caffeinated children. Dramatic.
Just
Dramatic
in
sigh.
it isn't. Can I look at them with spirit sight and see if there's anything off about like their auras or?
Oh, that's also smart. Good call. Good call.
Just a second. We finished that one.
Just because this part's probably going to be edited out. Boner.
Penis.
Erection.
Man.
I thought we were doing the penis game, you know? Penis. Penis.
Yeah.
Penis.
Okay.
Sorry.
A man comes from the woods towards the house. It's not Eddie, but it is someone.
Auron will immediately walk to the door and go outside.
Okay.
Is man dressed?
He is dressed.
He'll try to
It is
get...
baggy clothing. It is baggy clothing, but he is dressed.
Auron tried to make eye contact with him. May I help you?
Is Raena around?
I step out like in the background, kind of like, yes.
I have been sent to talk to you.
And what is this regarding? Because if you say my car's extended warranty, you can leave.
Definitely not your car's extended warranty. All right, so
8675309.
yes, exactly. I am the Philodox. I am the Philodox in our pack. And I have some bad news for you.
Okay. What's a Philodox first?
Oh, I'm kind of like a leader, judge, doctor sort of person.
Okay. What's the bad news?
So, there is a wolf who let in a vampire, and the vampires tried to hold an Elysium here, and it violates a pact that we had with the vampires and that we had with you. So we would like to sacrifice him to you as an apology.
How does their existence... or does his existence breaking the pact amongst us, in what way? The fact that he was able to show up?
They invited vampires into the refuge.
Okay. Bailey, yeah. Let's go find a towel. All right.
Do you happen to know where these vampires are from?
Oh, from Montreal.
Interesting. Because I've already had to deal with one. Needless to say, he's dead.
Mm.
Ooh, tough guy.
Wait, what do we know about this?
We have ejected the vampires from your land.
Thank you.
I think ejected is a kind word.
Well, the fact that you removed them does not... I do not feel damages our pact. Because you did remove them.
We still need to apologize.
Would there be a way to make sure that he can't step out of line or transgress again? Rather than kill him, we could put him to use.
He is a ragabash. Do you know what that means?
No.
If there was a trickster, if there was an impatient trickster amongst wolves, that would be the ragabash.
Yeah, we've already got one of those.
The fox kind of scoots back.
Yeah, or kind of looks back at the fox.
So you would prefer to have him as a servant?
Well, and he'll
Maybe
look at John. We're not going to employ what doesn't need to live.
That's a lot of power to waste.
I
It'd make a wonderful sentence.
I don't care. I've already had to kill one already. We're not going to employ one.
You have seniority over me.
Employ a werewolf?
No, I don't fully condone death, guys. This just seems a little premature. I mean, yes, but he was just trying to do what he does. It's in his nature. It's sort of like killing a mosquito for stinging. I don't know. Are we sure we want to do death?
Okay.
Unless it's fully necessary.
Let's do it this way. Instead of killing him right away, let's give him a 6-month stay of execution and see what happens in that time.
Okay. I don't know. Other people voice thoughts.
The man looks at Raena. As in the end, it's her word. If Raena is available.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The man who has not introduced himself yet, other than as a Philodox, he is looking to you for answers.
I don't, out of character, what does Raena remember about talking to Eddie Blue Eyes about the pact with the werewolves?
The pact with the werewolves was going to protect the bunnies and keep outer stuff out of the woods.
Okay, so...
And protect the spirits and all of that.
So I think I would like to talk to Eddie Blue Eyes at some point to see if it was one of his guys who let the vampire in.
Technically, yes, he is part of our pack.
Okay.
Auron would motion over to Raena. Raena, I feel that we should allow them to do what their culture calls for with whatever happened.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. I feel like I don't have any right to. I wouldn't say punish anybody, but like to hold them accountable. I don't feel like that's within my right just because I wouldn't know their channel, you know.
I am in the same boat. I don't feel like I should give input above and beyond someone else's culture. Telling them
Indeed.
how to
that's
live.
fair. That's fair.
The way I see it is if they sacrifice him, they no longer have him. And if they put him to work for us, they no longer have him. So why throw away the power and the capabilities?
It depends on what they say in their culture. If they feel that he needs to be sacrificed, that is their choice.
It's just as much a sacrifice for them if they kill him.
Yes, but it's still their decision.
It is Raina's decision. It was her pact.
And Auron will turn to him. As I
If you
said,
would prefer to talk, if you would prefer to talk to Eddie, then I will fetch Eddie. But
I mean, I can talk to you too. I don't want to give a thumbs up on sacrificing someone, you know, but it's really not my place. Well, it is my place. This is my place. What's up? Welcome to my crib. This is Raina's house. I'm really conflicted with this, so I think talking to Eddie would be educational, but I don't want to step on any.
Edifying. Okay.
I don't want to like step on your toes and
Pause.
You paused.
oh, he turns around and he howls. And it's not long after that when he howls, and it is a man who is screaming like he's lost someone. And the rabbits like run into the house. And Eddie comes out of the woods and at a soft jog comes in human form and says, "You wanted to talk to me?"
Yeah, we're having a bit of a, I wouldn't say a moral dilemma, but just like a dilemma. So one of the wolves in your pack, it seems, let a vampire onto the land, and they tried to Elysium. Is that the word?
Oh.
So I am not sure how to go about this because I don't feel like it's my place to say what happens to this wolf, you know?
Oh. Well, our culture basically says it's up to you, but we present the option and you say yay or nay. But apparently the answer is nay.
One word.
Yes, please.
Our culture, it's more about what is the likelihood of the person doing it again.
We didn't want to give him that chance.
Do we know why he did it?
Apparently, so originally he was going into Montreal and hanging out with the Nosferatu.
Okay.
And they had become friends. And they met once a month. And apparently he invited the Nosferatu here.
Is there any chance that he could have been being influenced by a vampire's magic?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you
think
know?
you think maybe the vampire might have dominated him into leading him to this refuge?
I wouldn't consider it out of the realm of possibility.
Do we know why they would choose this place out of any other place, or was it just happenstance?
It's a cairn.
With a bunch of fey creatures living in it.
With a bunch of fey creatures living in it.
That's true. What? I don't feel like I'd be able to to really know this guy's intentions unless we spoke to him. I'm just,
Well, how
like,
about
let me
this?
talk to him.
How about this? We've got 2 of our pack here already. Why don't we call in the rest of the pack and you can talk to the Ragabash himself?
Okay. Sort of like a trial, but not really like a trial. Just
Well, you know, like, you want to talk to him, so let's facilitate that.
okay.
We're gonna get cleaned up, and we'll be right back. And
After these messages.
We'll be right back.
They shift into wolves, and they both run into the woods.
Okay, so I immediately find some meat, some things they would like to eat because we are hosting them, and the good little hostess inside of me says we must feed them.
You have a freezer outside full of meat.
I love that. I go help. The hostess to me also feels compelled.
I'm going to watch patterns while they change.
Oh, watching the pattern is fascinating. You know that any normal person watching this happen, they would go crazy. They would not be able to cope. But the go ahead.
I noticed John doing that, and I was like, yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? I've seen this before.
Well, I'm not advanced enough to use it yet.
No, I mean, I've watched them transform before.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
It is. It's very dynamic.
And it's gory, you know, like muscles and bones kind of shifting and jerking and remolding, splitting the skin open, revealing fur underneath.
You've got a med student and a physician's assistant, though. We're just like, cool.
And they are off into the woods. But they leave the clothes behind, by the way.
I also remember that from the first time that Eddie came by. And he was not dressed at that time either. And oh my.
All right. Frozen meat taken from the freezer is, I'm assuming, out on the lawn to entice the wolves to come back. There is a fire pit that Raena has set up, and that seems like a good enough place as any to set it up. And 5 wolves come running from the forest. And each of them kind of like shift into homid form. It looks clumsy. Eddie shifts seamlessly. It is not a problem. But the others, when they shift to human form, they're kind of rough looking. Please excuse our visage. My pack mates don't typically get into human form very often. And the 5 people sit down, like all of them nude, by the way. They sit down around the fire pit, which is currently unlit, and they look at the meat and they are like,
Raena immediately starts dispensing out meat and thanking everybody for coming.
I set out some water dishes. Like, I try to find the fancier ones, but not too sturdy.
After I'm done dishing out the meat, I will make a fire in case they choose to cook their meat however they like it in human.
The Philodox in particular and Eddie both like actually take the meat and put it on the fire. And when it is like at a medium sort of level of cookery, it kind of like passes it around to his pack mates. And then the Philodox kind of like comes up behind one of the other men and shoves him forward towards Raena.
Are there any women in the pack?
There is one.
Okay.
I will just kind of be like, so, you know, I called you here for a reason, and I would like to talk to the Ragadash.
Oh, that's me.
Hi, I'm Raena.
Hi, I'm Ernest.
Nice to meet
You
you.
guys shake hands or something, right?
I also reach out a hand to shake as a formality.
Yep, shakes hand. Hi.
This is my land, and I have heard that you let vampires onto my land, and I would like to know why.
He was my friend.
How long have you known him?
A couple years now.
And has he done this before?
He has not.
No, so you have never taken him to places. He's never asked this of you.
He did not ask of me to bring him here, but he thought it was beautiful.
Okay. So you know this guy pretty well. Do you know what his intentions were when...
I think his intentions were to throw a party.
Okay. And what were your intentions to bring him here?
Just to show him something beautiful.
Okay. So you, Bailey, you know that there are Fae living here, right?
I had been informed. After the fact, of course.
Okay. I'm gonna have to ask somebody else to questioning for a moment.
I do have
All
one
of a sudden-
question. What does your friend look like?
He looks like he was hit by a truck.
I only ask because I don't know what a Nosferatu is.
They're uglier than sin.
Any significant features that would really point to that they're a Nosferatu?
What is up with my reception?
Do you need me to repeat?
Yes, please.
Do they have any significant features that would point to that they're a Nosferatu?
Other than being uglier than sin? Not really.
Like hair, anything?
Some of them have hair, some of them don't.
And, all right. And this is not to the wolf, but to you. Within the description that he gives, would Auron associate this with the vampire that he killed?
Absolutely not.
Okay. That's all I have. And he'll wave over to Portia.
Portia is at a loss for words, unfortunately, which is unusual for Portia. It's probably the lack of winky cookies. There's been a lot of disturbances in our house. Lots of insanity. A fox, a not fox, a pixie, not a pixie, then the caffeine, and then, hey, it's been a day. I cannot believe, wow, this is informal. I'm going to go pee. And Portia runs off to the woods to pee really quick because she is mortally embarrassed at not being prepared for such a somber occasion and serious business.
You run across the lawn and into the woods.
Yes. Do I run into anything or fall over anything or trip any sort of anything? Okay, cool.
You do not. You find a good pee spot.
Other than my own ego, which is long gone.
Long gone.
Shattered.
Okay, so Ernest kind of sits, wondering what his judgment is.
So
with a name like Ernest.
Ernest, you didn't know about the fake creatures living here, you say?
I did not know.
Did you know about the pact to keep people off this land?
I thought that I could vouch for him.
You thought that you could vouch for vampires to werewolves.
I know. Hearing it out loud seems kind of stupid, doesn't it?
It's more of like it's not about who comes on, it's the fact that they're here kind of thing. Like, they could have been the nicest person in the world, but I asked for the pact for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
Not trying to be a dick.
I guess a new pact is in order.
I have a question for all of you. What would happen if a vampire came into contact with one of our places of power? I've heard the word Karen for your side before.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that they would know what to do with it.
Out of
Could they
character,
harm?
unless they're Tremere.
Yeah. Could they harm it, do you think?
For sure. If they ever figured out how to destroy it.
That could be an explanation as to why a vampire might control his mind to bring him onto this land.
The node is in the woods. By the by.
Oh, I thought that we set up the thing around my note.
You had, but it is in the woods, and you came from the woods to the house.
Gotcha. Well, never mind. Okay. Where are we with this questioning?
Do I die? Kind of don't want to die.
Are you wanting to bring any more vampires into this land?
Certainly not.
Is there a way to keep you accountable to that? Other than do it again and die kind of thing? Because I don't want to.
Well, I can. How do you hold me accountable? I don't know. It could be a kind of sponsor.
Does your kind have a kind of unbreakable oath?
Oh, I'm pretty sure we do.
I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to take a minute and consider this. I'm going to go into a trance and consult with my spirit guide.
Okay.
Ooh.
While he's doing that, Eddie and the rest of you who are not under question right now, if we let him live, does he remain a trusted member of your pack?
Does he remain a trusted member?
Like, does it matter? I mean, if we say he lives, is this like you kicking him out, or are you?
We would kick him out.
Maybe Portia returns. Maybe you could stay on this land with us as our protector, and if you put a paw out of line, then we will also banish you. I mean, that doesn't seem like a great way to live life. So, I mean, obviously, you should take me up on your offer. Unless you guys are opposed. Portia pauses to look back and kind of try to check in with the rest of her group. And also, definitely, Raena, because this is her land. Of course, Raena, any opposition you have. Like, of course. And then she steps back and sits down, mumbling, embarrassed.
I don't trust this wolf, this Ragadash. I don't want to have we'll keep him here, and if something happens, we'll kick him out, because I don't want anything to happen.
Auron would look over at Raena. Would there be a way, since they use your note as a cairn, that if they do kick him out, they take him to a different cairn to where he can't return?
We would execute him.
Oh.
Why would you execute him?
We're not going to take a wolf that we don't trust and shove him on another sept.
It's kind of where I'm at too. And considering I don't want to keep him around, it would just be, given.
Is there a safe place he can be banished to? Maybe a small, tiny planet we can send him to, like the little prince was on, with that tiny flower? Or I don't know.
You want to banish him to the Shadowlands?
Oh, well, no, not death.
Not death. Well, death could happen, but
I guess not. But is there a place we could send him to where he wouldn't be a danger to others, but could continue to exist?
Actually, I have a slightly better question. Is there a way to where he could basically be forced to be alone, and then warn the other werewolf packs to not accept him?
We're not Furies.
I just figured I would ask because I feel that for me, death isn't exactly shouldn't be the only option on the board. Maybe a type of exile where he has to remain alone.
We can agree to that.
Phew. Portia lets out a huge sigh and kind of relaxes, and then almost burns the bottom of her pants, and then pulls back from the fire. Ugh. What's that?
I'm torn. I don't think this guy's inherently evil. So.
Not, I swear.
It is hard to trust you. And that's where I'm torn, because just because I don't trust you doesn't mean you should live a life of solitude. But I get where your pack's coming from, where they don't want to just dump you on someone else because they don't trust you.
Is there any way, if I sent him to, like, maybe my grandmother's farm, we could put a protection on her so he can't hurt her or bring vampires around? I don't want to put her at risk, but also I hate to see him alone.
Well,
I don't know.
We thought that would we thought that would happen here, but it obviously didn't work out that way.
I'm wondering if he has an idea of what he thinks he should do to either atone or leave.
We're trying to understand what you said. You got muffled in that.
Oh no!
How to atone? Atone. We want some sort of agreement, atonement, ways to show he is a changed being. He's a humble bumble.
I can visit. Like I said,
Can we send him on a quest? Like to get more of those flowers, or I don't know.
Blue flower, red thorns. Blue flower, red thorns. That's not cool.
I think that's it. No, but maybe we could, like, I don't know, send him to watch somebody for us in our stead. That's a little more tricky for humans, or like that president dude, or I don't know.
Well,
Somebody maybe we need an eye kept on, perhaps.
as I stated before the entire group was here, I don't feel that we should put him in employ.
Yeah.
But that's sort of like, if he doesn't do this quest, then it's not the worst. And
But
we
the thing
kind
is,
of
though,
understand what he
it's
was
still,
after, and if he does it, then he'd prove himself.
But the issue is, it would still put people at risk.
At this
Well,
point,
everybody's at risks to something.
At this point, he's still cool with the vampires, right? Am I still?
Am I still cool with the vampires? I haven't been allowed to talk to them since the incident, so...
Actually, and he looks over at Raena. How about this? We send him off to go live with them, since he's so close with them.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was wondering how he'd be able to coexist in that world. Like, since he already has, a somewhat friend for a
Would
couple.
they take him in?
I don't know if they'd take him in, but...
Because... And it would also give the pack another option that if this person's, the rest of their organization do not accept him, he may get killed anyway. And the pack may still get what they want.
I mean, the blood wouldn't be on our hands, but... I mean, it's worth a shot if we can't think of anything else. I'm running out of ideas.
You could always sleep on it. Why don't we ask him what he thinks of these ideas? What do you think your punishment should be? Or how do you think you should atone? Or how can we trust you again?
I think I can hang out and I can help you guys with the refuge.
Do you have something you could give us that would be important to you as sort of like, not tribute, I guess, but as a agreement of sorts? Not necessarily a paw for a paw, but I don't know,
like
something. Yeah, or an unbreakable promise to you. Do you have an unbreakable promise? Or a thing that you'd be really loathed to sacrifice?
They'll look at Ernest. And Ernest says, I have such an item.
I look to the group and look back at Ernest. What do you think, guys? Ernest, what's your item?
My item is a clave, an awakened clave.
I'm sorry, we're new mages. You're going to have to spell it out.
It's a fancy knife that talks to me.
What do you think, Raena?
Raena has no thoughts.
Uh-oh. everything has been. Oh. She has returned. Deep after some consideration.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. We're being offered a talking knife called a clave as sort of collateral, I guess. The way to ensure trust, sort of.
The others shift uncomfortably.
He doesn't seem like a bad guy, but I do not want him around. That's my whole thing.
I will take the collateral, and if my grandma doesn't mind, but you'll have to stay in wolf form. She's got to think you're a rescue of some kind. Is that fair?
That is fair.
I go off to make the phone call to my grandmother. I'm going to assume she agrees because she thinks it's a rescue dog, and I'm super bleeding heart about this stuff. So, yeah.
It's a rescue dog.
It's a rescue wolf dog, Grandma. All right. How are we going to get him
land? That'd be great.
Do we just transport him with the car, or we could just do it by magic, I guess? Thoughts?
How far away is your grandma's house?
I forget where I put her. Did we decide where her grandma is at? I thought it would be just right outside the city, but kind of like far out in one of those farm type communities. I'm not really sure where that would be located exactly, but that is what I am envisioning. Probably in the French speaking part. Like, is that Quebec?
In Montreal.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Montreal area. So I'm not sure how many hours away that is from where they are, though.
Brom Mountain, where Raena lives, is actually in Quebec. So
great. So it's probably fairly close. I guess we could take him in the van if you're willing, Ernest.
I'm willing.
All right. So I guess we'll leave in a few hours. Get your things together, I suppose, if you have any things to collect.
Okay. And he stands up, hands his food to Eddie, and trudges back to the woods.
Do I have the knife?
The others continue eating. I think you're being fair, says the Philodox.
Well, that's a relief. You're never sure how these things will turn out. Hopefully it'll... But he seems earnest. Oy vey.
Just remember, he's going to turn Krynos once a month.
Well, I'll, I guess, get out there or something. I'm not sure what to do. What would you suggest?
I have a suggestion.
Okay.
My spirit guide has told me of a dream speaker, Tiggy Raven's child, who can help.
Okay. That sounds fantastic.
There's more information. Hold on.
Okay.
Maybe we should place him with that person instead of your grandmother.
Well, we'd have whatever you'd prefer, but we could definitely just put him there for a while we figure out the other bit.
Does anybody know Enzo Giovanni?
We all do.
We do.
The four of us do.
Okay, the Raven's child is connected with him through the Cabal.
Oh,
And they do have a very secure chantry. So it'd probably go well to place him with them instead of your grandmother. Because if he were to transform the unnatural way, they'd be able to kind of settle him or whatever it is that would need to be done.
That sounds like a bit bad idea. I think that sounds better than sending him to your facility.
I do too. Whew. I was a little nervous, but I didn't want to just send him out to die. That seemed unreasonable.
Yeah. I agree. He genuinely doesn't seem like a bad dude.
No, but we can't risk the puka or our own security just on a... Well, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, life is all about taking risks.
That's also true, which is why I felt like I should stick my neck out, I suppose. Gotta try something at some point.
So do you give the collateral back?
The collateral has not been claimed yet.
So we probably should go to whomever takes on the risk, shouldn't it? Or would you keep it and then I don't know. Something to be discussed, I guess.
So have we texted Enzo yet?
I don't know, have you?
I will do that now.
Okay.
That's probably a good idea.
I just kind of be like, hey, when you get a chance, call me.
The phone rings.
I pick up and I'm like, hey, Enzo, what's up?
What's that?
Hi.
Auron just walks away.
Sorry. Pressed the wrong thing.
So, have a situation?
What kind of situation?
So,
I'd be happy to help.
do you remember that wolf when you put up the ward that it was on my property?
There's a bunch of wolves on your property.
Okay. So we made a pact with them so that they wouldn't have to, leave the land. And one of them brought vampires onto my land, and they're gone now. It's okay. It's all good. I don't know if they know how to get back, though. That's a worry for me, but we'll get there. And then, so we are pretty much putting him on trial, and we've decided that we don't think he's a terrible dude. We just can't trust him. And we were wondering if you would want to take him in.
Oh. Me?
I mean, like, you guys.
Oh. I have a cabal mate who specializes in werewolf magic.
Okay, do you think that they would be willing to,
she would tear him to pieces.
Oh, we don't want him to die.
Oh no, there are far worse things than death.
Oh. Well.
Yikes. Never mind. We're good.
I don't know. I think it would be...
He would be retrained.
I mean, if...
Yikes. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Me either.
Oof.
Is it like a
other options?
School kind of thing, or
Yeah,
is it like...
I'm assuming the phone is on speaker. Yes.
What? Oh, I don't know. It's just like this all the time. It might be really loud though. Is this a little better?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just turned my volume down.
Okay.
Sheesh. Well, now I'm in between a rock and a hard place because it's like either he dies, he goes to Portia's grandma's house, or brainwashing, it seems.
Yeah,
What
I'm
do
not
you wanna
sure.
do?
Indoctrination is a great option. Kind of
I mean,
goes
he gets
against
a
things
chance to
I'm
live,
against.
but it doesn't feel right messing with someone's mind, you know?
No, it doesn't. I'd rather try to figure out what to do or get in some sort of, I don't know, let him sleep through it. Whatever happens once a month, as opposed to indoctrination or something. Ooh, yikes.
Not indoctrination. That's not what she does.
Sounds pretty bad to break somebody like that.
Who said you was going to break like that? What are you talking about?
It sounded bad the way you were talking about tear him to pieces.
Oh, for sure. She doesn't put up with any bullshit. Like any bullshit.
So you mean
Oh.
genuine training? It's not like he's gonna get, you know,
Sent to like straight camp or something.
No, nothing like that. No.
Okay, then I'm fine with that. If he's not gonna get, wrecked in some way, if it's humane
Right?
and
Totally.
that.
It's humane in the ways that Native Americans think of animals.
Okay.
I guess I could be down for that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound terrible.
I can have her swing by if you're interested in a meeting.
Probably.
That take, because I don't know where to put this guy until then.
My grandma's house is fine.
I'm a
The short one is
correspondence
okay.
master. I'm a correspondence master,
Oh.
so I can bring her over whenever.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I turned to Ernest and I'm like, what do you think? Would you want to go with them or?
It's better than dying.
That's true. Well, okay. That's good enough.
Well, Ernest is back in the woods, but like Eddie kind of like thumbs up.
Okay. Oh, I'm following.
Being summoned?
No, I'm following. I'm sorry. Yeah, I say to Enzo, then yes, a meeting with her would be nice. I mean, we don't really need to have one, but I mean, if you can just, bring her over, maybe you can just with you when you leave. So we don't have
Okay, how about this? I will bring her over if you will go out on a date with me.
Okay.
Perfect.
Why not? I haven't been on a date in a while. Sounds fun.
Great. Then I'll pick you up at 7.
Okay, sorry about the not super enthusiasticness. I'm blushing and you can't see me. I'm gonna text now that I'm nervous. Okay, see you soon, I guess.
See you soon.
Bye. And she hangs up.
And I will call game there.
Okay.
And
that was an unexpected turn of events.
We will do goods, bads, and uglies. And we will start with Raena.
I'm still recovering from that because I haven't put the words in my direction. Will you go on a date with me in over 10 years? And so I'm actually blushing.
Aww.
That was an interesting game. I am sorry about all of the points where I did not tell you I was AFK. It was just
that is totally okay.
Life happens.
I had fun. My good is Raina's going on a date and the Ernest dude doesn't have to die. And
Woo!
my bad is obviously IRL things. But it's not bad, it's just me. I would like to be present more of the time, but sometimes that's just not what happens.
I understand.
And I think that my ugly is going to go to John, because he saved that guy's life with his spirit guide and gave us a really good option. Plus, he was super helpful throughout the entire episode. That guy being Ernest. Signing off.
Auron.
All right. Start off. I'm not gonna lie. I fully expected it to be Paul to ask her out before Enzo, because when we went to Horizon that first time, they were really into each other.
Not as into each other as Max was. I don't know Max's boyfriend.
Do. Hey. Oh, I don't know.
But
music didn't go.
Wow, my mind just blanked. But yeah, hopefully something good comes out of this. Bads. I can't really say much. Other than random noises in the background, but that happens. And then I'm gonna have to say that my point goes to Raena, because she finally was able to wrangle everything in to where we could get somewhere with the situation.
Thanks. Yeah, I still have no idea what's going on with the puka.
It was coffee.
It was coffee.
It was coffee all along.
We just don't know if there's cocaine in that coffee or not.
Oh. All right. John.
Good. We had some good interactions and good role play in this one, and I really like that. Bad. You let women wear slacks in your game. And the ugly.
Wow.
What does that even mean?
When we did the trial a while back, I played the judge because John wasn't at all involved with it. And that was one of the things that I harped on with the judge, is that women shouldn't be wearing slacks.
Oh, sorry.
I think my point should go to Auron for the arguing.
Okay. Max? If Max is AFK?
Max was just typing in that last one.
Okay.
So, goods, this was very interesting, and I enjoyed it. Apart from the bad, which is the physical pain that I'm in.
Oh, that sucks.
But, it is what it is. And I am going to give the experience to Raena because of actually putting her foot down and setting boundaries and be like, no, I don't want him here.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else was in the, well, maybe this, maybe that, and Raina's like, no, my house.
Yeah. And Portia.
I thought it was fun. I really liked kind of the pace of this game. It had a good flow of action and some things happening, which was a lot of fun. And everybody seemed to participate, which was enjoyable. I'm going to, sorry for that point where you heard probably the football game in the background and people going and losing their minds. We won eventually, by the way, side note. Anyway, yeah, Alan or John or whatever gets my point for just kind of keeping things moving along. It was that between that and Raena. I was struggling. Anyway, but yeah, so that's who gets my point. And thank you all for playing. And sorry about that. I'm sorry. I keep making noises. I'm sorry about that. It's been a day. Anyway, thank you all for playing. I appreciate it.
I have to thank you all for playing for sure. And everybody gets a point. Actually, 2 points. I'm going to say 2 points because you covered 2 stories. 2 points for everybody. And we will meet again next week, I think. I will double check. But we will meet again next week. And if you liked this video at any point, I encourage you to hit the like button. And if you want to see more episodes of As Luck Would Have It, you might want to subscribe and maybe even ring that bell on the off chance that YouTube actually notifies you when we put up a video. And we will catch you guys on the flip side.